Hey guys, Runescape Toy Box here again. I have not been making videos because EOC came out. I really don't like the EOC. I'm gonna try and keep this video as least biased as possible, meaning I'm gonna try to not push my opinions on people and just have you understand my opinion, and rather than just forcing it on you. So, as you can see over here on the right side, I have a notepad. If you want to skip to a certain part of the video that you don't know about, you can do that. I'm gonna go in order, so if you hear me talking about money, you can just skip forward to experience what I don't know, just whatever you want to do. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start with telling you about the 2007 servers. If you didn't know, Jagex is bringing back the 2007 servers because it was really suggested over and over and over again, and right now there's a vote on it. As you can see, 74,914 people have voted on this, which is great. It's completely great. I don't know. I really feel like this is a step in the right direction. Don't get me wrong. The EOC servers were, Runescape, whenever the EOC came out, was okay. It took some time to get used to, but over time I realized that it's not something that you have to get used to. It's something that you have to accept. If you've played from 2005, like myself, it's hard to accept the fact that the beautiful game that Jagex made was turned into an MMORPG that was just like World of Warcraft or League of Legends. I've never played League of Legends, but I hear it's just like it. I play World of Warcraft. I know the controls. I understand how the game works. It really is a truly great game, but I want to play RuneScape for RuneScape, you know? It's like if I wanted to play something like World of Warcraft, I could just go do that. I have an active membership right now, so I really could just go do that. I understand that people like the EOC. That's great. There's people out there that have played since 2001 that just have played RuneScape and liked it and liked it and liked it. The EOC came out and they still liked it. That's great. I'm glad you're that person. I'm glad you're having a good time. You know, just do you. But understand that if you vote for this, it's not going to take away from the EOC at all. Not even a little bit. By the way, you have to be a member to vote, so acknowledge that. You might want to reinstate your RuneScape membership to vote. It sounds like an idiot idea, but it's probably worth it. Some of you might not have to, but if you're considering doing it, you probably should. I'm going to refresh one more time to see how many people have voted. Yeah, see now 75,000 have voted. We're 10% in. I'm excited about this. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it's a really great idea. It's a step in the right direction. Okay, so for Jagex about making money, I'm so sick and tired of hearing how Jagex is trying to take all our money and that kind of thing. What do you think they're going to do with that money? Please tell me. Just please tell me what you think they're going to do with that money. You think they're going to go and buy a Lamborghini? Maybe. They're a business. They have to make money. That's the point of a business. If they lost money, obviously RuneScape would shut down because they can't afford it anymore. But it is about the people. They understand that now. It's about the people. It's about the customer. And what the customer does is the customer pays that business to make something for them. For example, we pay Jagex for a better game membership, right? And what they do with that money is they add new content into their game so more people will want to be members. Do you understand? They're not going to take the money and just hold the money. What? You know, that doesn't even make any sense. It costs a lot of money to host these servers. Where do I stand on the EOC? Well, I feel like the EOC is probably a step in the... I don't want to say step in the wrong direction. I want to say it's a big change that was way too amped up. Whenever I first heard about it, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was so excited. I was like, yes, finally a change. I love this game, but, you know, it's time for a change. It's been too long. And then this comes out, and I'm like, this is much different than I thought it was going to be. It's not just a typical little update. This literally changed RuneScape into a completely different game. I'm surprised they didn't change the name, in fact. Actually, I just noticed this. You see this logo? It's a beautiful logo. Just saying. I feel like the EOC may be too amped up, like I've said. Some people like it. I'm glad you like it, like I've said too. I know I keep going over the same things over and over, but I just really want to get the point across that if you like it, I want you to play it. I want you to have a good time and be happy, whatever. I know it sounds pretty gay, but it's whatever. So I know some of you like it. I know some of you, most of you actually, want the 2007 servers back. And it wouldn't be accurate for me to say that over half of the player base, no, that would be accurate. It wouldn't be accurate for me to say 3/4 of the player base only wants to play these 2007 servers. That is not the case at all. These people that are voting for this, some of them want to play the EOC, but are just voting on this just so they can have it in the game as a backup. Like if they're like, oh, I'm bored of the EOC, I'm gonna go play 2007 server. That's how it is. It's not like, oh, we're trying to slowly change RuneScape into 2007 again and start all over. That's not how it is. This is a completely separate thing all by itself. So if you feel like you're being pressured into voting or whatever, if you feel like the game that you love, the EOC, is going away, it's not. It's going to be there. It's going to have the same updates plan that has been planned for a long time. It's still ongoing. Next is things that will be added and removed. God Wars will not be in here, which means God Swords will not be in here either. They're going to be implemented later on, and I believe so is Bounty Hunter. Don't quote me on that, but I know God War should be if we all vote on it. There's no GE, and let me say one thing about the GE. So the GE, in 2009, the GE came out, right? I think. I feel like I'm wrong on that. I don't know when it came out, but before it came out, people used to have to go to Falador to sell their stuff. They used to have to say B sale in the bank, or they'd go to Falador Park, and they would just stand there and they would say selling this, selling this, selling this much, selling this many of this item for this much, and they just kept doing it for hours. And it was a good way to make money. You could find a guy that was selling something for cheap and then sell it for higher, and that's just how some people made money. If that's you, then do that. But my point is, that's how the community got to how it was. It was very, I'm not going to say peaceful community, I'm going to say very connected community. Like, you could whisper somebody, not whisper, sorry. You could PM somebody and you could be like, hey man, what's going on? Be like, hey, nothing much, in most cases. Whatever, you know, just add them, be like, what's going on? Now everybody has their private off, everybody just wants to stay to themselves. If they find somebody in the GE and they're like cutting trees, and they'd be like, hey, you're a bot, haha, you're gay, and all this stuff. It's just like, no, stop, slow down. This isn't the game that I fell in love with. So that's why I want the 2007 servers back. I hated the whole GE update because it really messed with the community as well as the prices. Not to mention the prices can crash way easier now that the GE's out. My experiences aren't very long, I would say. I've played since the middle, or the end, towards the end of 2005, up until now. Well, up until a few months ago whenever the EOC came out. 2007 was easily my favorite period throughout that whole entire time I've been playing. I've played on and off quite a few times, alked my torso, whip, everything, and then just dropped the gold quite a few times because I wasn't appreciative of the game that was put in front of me. Thankfully, it's not too late to have that game back because I miss it. Anyways, how to vote. So if you want to vote, there's a link in the description below. You gotta just click it and then you'll be put here. You have to sign into your account. That has to be a member's account. I don't know where accents come from. Okay. Yeah, just vote and you can refresh the page to check up on the votes that are happening. Future guides and vids. There's gonna be a bunch of new vids coming out soon, as I'm planning anyways. I'm gonna make a bunch of new guides. Let me just add one little thing before I end off this video, because as you can see down the bottom right, my time's running out. Skilling back in the day, you could skill with people. You could walk up to a magic tree. I never cut magic back in the day, but I've watched people. Like, I would just walk around because I was a noob. I found a magic tree a couple times, and these people would just sit there all day. Maybe not all day, but for a few hours, they would sit there, and they would cut trees and just talk to each other. There were no bots. They would just talk to each other, and they would eventually become friends. Later on, maybe they would go and, you know, sell their logs together and just become friends. And that's how the community came to what it is. Now there's a bunch of bots in the game. Bots can just turn off their bots and then go sell everything they have in the GE and go back to botting again. There's no community interaction there. You're not talking to anybody to sell anything. You're just using machinery to get, by the way, what I mean by machinery is the bot itself, to get the logs, just using logs as an example, and then the bot would walk to the GE, or you'd turn the bot off. You would walk to the GE with your public off, probably, private off, whatever, and then you would use a machine, the GE, to sell your stuff, and then walk back and turn your bot on again, and you just rinse and repeat, and that's completely antisocial. That's like playing RuneScape in single-player mode. That's not okay with me. That ruins the game for people, such as myself. That's why I want these servers back, and that's why I want you people to vote. I'm not forcing you to vote, but I really encourage it. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and try and upload this video. Hopefully it doesn't take forever, because I fucking ramble on forever. Anyways, yeah, peace. Thanks for watching.